You know what I want for Christmas?
What's that?
It's just one thing, but it'll do multiple things. All I want is a victory for the Steelers because it would end a losing streak.
That's a big ask.
It's a little bit of a big ask, but I think I've been a good boy this year. So we'll see what happens. Welcome to Pick Six, where we cover six teams in the NFL, that being the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Niners, the Packers, the Chargers, and of course,
That's a little harder to do right here.
our Steelers, which are in a 2-game slump. That's hard to come by, especially since I became a believer in this season.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe because you're a believer now. Now the team just, they feel too much pressure.
I got to stop believing, man. I got to start believing. Stop believing if you want to achieve. That's the motto I'm getting from that. Hey, man, you know what? Merry Christmas to everybody, man. We're over here celebrating some Christmas time with some pozole, some tamales, doing it up. Yes. And hopefully you guys are having a Merry Christmas as well. So here we go, because we actually have NFL on Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's first start off with a team that hasn't given up on winning this season, and it's actually a big storyline. We have the Raiders going up against the Saints. Wow, what a game. What a game. Raiders are 3-12 coming off a win against the Jaguars. Saints are 5-10 coming off a loss against the Packers, a loss in which they got shut out, put up a 0 on the scoreboard.
The Raiders.
This game speaks for itself.
The Raiders lost by winning. Can you that's a odd thing, but the Raiders, I was watching that game, right? Well, first of all, let me go ahead and say this. When the camera was going around, I would catch a glimpse of like the higher bowl area, and I'm like, doesn't look like anybody's up there. And then after that, throughout the week, I was seeing videos on YouTube that people that were at the game, they were titled that no one went to the Raider game. Raider Stadium empty. Allegiant Stadium was a no-show. And I would check it out, and people were with their phones. That place looked like 40% full, which means it was 60% empty. That place, I don't think I've seen a Raider game that was that empty.
That it wouldn't happen in Oakland. All right, let's just throw that out there. It would have never have happened in Oakland. It's Vegas ain't the black hole. Oakland was, not Vegas. They're still trying to. I think they're still trying to figure things out over there, man. They still have the fan base in California. I'm not saying that they don't have a fan base in Nevada, or in Vegas, but I mean the fan base is really here if you think about it.
Okay. I agree with you that would never happen in Oakland. However, if this team had 5 more wins, I think that place would have been sold out.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
probably. I mean, but there's other things too, like a team completely taking over. That never happened in Oakland. It came close. I mean, the Steelers came close to it once, but that's when the Raiders were terrible. All right, but the Raiders still had a pretty good showing. So, I mean, I don't know what's going on there. This game, honestly, if I'm neither of these fan of any of these teams, I don't even care about watching this. So, I mean, the Saints look terrible. They played the Packers, I guess. Raiders played the Jags. They didn't look great either. I'm not sure what's going on. I mean, the Raiders won last week, but they lost. I mean, that's really what happened. And now they're going to have a worse draft pick. Is there something else going on? Are the Raiders going to still have Antonio Pierce next season? Their head coach? It seems like, I don't know.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Look, what the Saints did on Monday Night Football is what the Raiders should have done on Sunday's game.
Something's going on.
That's what they should have done, because they actually hurt themselves. They had the number 1 overall pick, didn't they?
Yeah.
And now they dropped down to what, 6 or something like that?
From what I understand, yes.
You lost by winning, Raiders. You lost by winning. Saints, I got nothing to say. I don't know, man. They're just whatever. Since Sean Payton and Drew Brees, and they're done. But at the same time, Raiders, I don't know, man. I'll say this to end it with the Raiders. I will say this. Actually, Raider fans, by not going to the game, you're actually speaking volumes. Okay. If you would go there and sell that place out, that's not putting any pressure. So by not going to the games, you're sending a message. You're sending a direct message and saying, we are not going to support losing. So you know what? Tip my cap off. I'm not wearing one. But if I were wearing one, I tip it off to you because that's how you speak. That's how you speak to ownership, to the franchise. I'm not going to spend money. I'm not going to spend money with this garbage product that you're putting on. So all this super diet, I ride and die no matter what. Like, you got to speak by not supporting. So the game, where's it at?
It's going to be at the Superdome. All right, I guess I'll go Saints.
I'll go Raiders.
Doesn't really even matter.
Yeah,
no disrespect to the Raider fans that watch us, man, but you guys just aren't interesting. Not interesting at all. And I see mixed reviews for these Raider fans. Some are happy that they actually won a game. Others are just disappointed because, there goes their potential future.
Yeah,
in ways.
Yeah. Okay, so you go Saints, I'll go Raiders.
Yeah, not very excited or enthusiastic.
I'll be watching that game I'll be up to catch the whole, pre-show and like 3 hours of the after show.
Poor guy. Next, we have the Dallas Cowboys walking into Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, to play the Eagles. Cowboys 7-8 coming off a win against the Bucs on Sunday Night Football. Eagles 12-3 coming off a loss against the Commanders. Now, there's a big storyline for both. You could say Cowboys, all of a sudden, they know how to play good football when they're eliminated from playoff contention. Eagles, Kenny Pickett wound up playing for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts got hurt and wound up missing most of that game. Washington able to come from behind and win that one. So, who do you favor in this one?
How dare the Cowboys?
Here we go.
How dare they show up to play football when my boy from the Tampa, Baker Mayfields, are doing their thing, man. Bastards. All right. It's meaningless, but I guess, sure, you show up, you play, you do your thing, so be it. Man, that Eagles Commanders game was really damn good. That was a damn good game. I really enjoyed the heck out of that game, man. Where's this game at?
It's in Philly.
Yeah, you know what? Philly's not gonna drop 2. Okay. They're not gonna drop 2. And not only are they not gonna drop 2, I think they're gonna smash them. Look, them boys, they went out there and played. They gave everything they got, and I think that was the last juice they got left to squeeze out of that lemon, man. But I think that's about it. I think it's over, man. It's over. These Eagles, man, are going to just smash the heck out of these Cowboys.
All right. Are you saying that with your heart, or are you saying that with what you actually think, man? Because I know that loss, you're a huge Baker Mayfield fan, so I know that loss hurts you, man. It just pierced your heart.
The Tampa Bay Baker Mayfields, man. No, it's look. The Eagles, you understand where the Eagles are coming from, man. I think the Commanders had like 4 or 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
The Eagles were on the verge to win that game against a division rival. So are the Cowboys, but against a division rival. They were supposed to win that game, and they lost it in a heartbreaker. The Eagles are not, and at home, having them boys come to their home, the Eagles are not gonna let this one escape from them like that again, man. If you have, what was it, 4 or 5 turnovers that the Commanders have, if you have that many turnovers, you're basically giving the game away. The Eagles are not going to allow that to happen. They're back on it, man. Tunnel vision, focus. We should be the number one team in the NFC. They're going to smash the Cowboys.
All right, since we're filming this on Tuesday, there's not much on Jalen Hurts yet. It was a concussion that he dealt with. Still not really many stories, but you know what? Even if it's Jalen Hurts or Kenny Pickett, I still got the Eagles. Their identity is running the football. You know, I know they had that one good game against the Steelers. You know, all right, I get you. You know, good job. It just had to be against my Steelers where they just can pass the ball all over the place. But yeah, I mean, Saquon's still out there. All Kenny Pickett has to do is hand the ball off and play just exceptional. You know, he just has to be. He doesn't have to lead the team. He just needs to make sure that he doesn't mess up. So that's really it.
Hey, let me ask you this. Since Kenny Pickett is playing, do you want them, if you had it your way, do you want them to lose or are you rooting for them to win?
Okay.
Do you have like some sort of feeling? He's the one that said, you know what? I'm out of here.
I'm going to be real.
Okay.
I'm keeping it real here on Pick 6. All right. Last week, I wanted them to lose.
Ooh.
But now I don't really care. You know, I guess I was just dealing with a bad loss with the Ravens, and I was just feeling some sort of way.
Okay.
But yeah, this week, Kenny Pickett, if you're starting, go ahead and win the game. It just doesn't really matter. I
mean, he goes out there and he looks like a Tom Brady. You'll be okay with that?
Let's see how Russell Wilson looks on Christmas. Let's see how Russell Wilson looks on Christmas. So we both got the Eagles there.
Oh yeah, easy one for me.
All right, this one. It's not very easy. We have the Green Bay Packers against the Minnesota Vikings.
Ooh.
Packers 11-4 coming off a win against the Saints. Vikings 13-2 coming off a win against Seattle at the 12th man. It speaks to it. So it's in Minnesota. All right. It's a 125 game. So it's a later game.
On the Wild Wild West Coast. The Packers basically had like an exhibition game, or they just, it was like a warm up to them, man, because they played against the Saints. Man, the Saints didn't get on the board. They didn't get on the board. It was so pathetic to watch. Look, I'll tell you guys this, man. I'm a huge wrestling fan, right? But the last 2 weeks of the year, like the Monday Night Raws and SmackDowns, a lot of the main stars are like on vacation. So I was trying to watch a little bit more of Monday Night Football. Good gosh, man. I was like, okay, this ain't happening, man. I mean, it was horrible. Did you watch the entire game?
No, okay. I didn't. But I did see Spencer Rattler, quarterback of the New Orleans Saints, do some like crazy jump pass that turned into a completed catch, a perfect spiral. And you know what happened the play after? After he made an amazing play, he threw an interception. That's the kind of game it was. Even after he made such a, I'm not going to lie, it was a pretty cool play. It was a pretty cool throw. But the play after he threw an interception, that's just the kind of game it was for the Saints or the Aints. Are they the Aints again?
Man, it's kind of like when your team gets an interception and then their offense goes out there and they throw an interception. We'll get to that. But anyway, man, this is going to be a good game.
Yeah.
This is a good one, man. NFC North, I love this matchup.
I know who I'm going with.
Man, I could go either way on this one. I'll hear what you got to say because I could go either way on this one, man.
I'm going to go Green Bay Packers.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Green Bay Packers. I've said it time and time again. I'm not completely sold on the Vikings. I'm not trying to hate. I'm not. All right. They did beat the Packers, I believe, earlier this year. I don't see that happening again. I really like the way the Packers have been playing this back end of the season. You know, the one loss that they have is against the Lions, which, I mean, are we really gonna look down on them for losing to the Lions?
That's to me, that's the best team in the NFC, man.
And it was a great game too. I just feel like the Packers are playing better football. Even though the record doesn't say so, I think they're playing better football.
All right. You know what? It's in Minnesota. I'll take a chance. Give me the Purple People Eaters. Give me the Vikes. I'll take the Vikes. Let's go ahead and let's do this. This is a great matchup. I love this matchup. We are down to the final stretch here, man. And both these teams in that NFC North, I mean, it's going to be a good battle. Love it.
And it deserves to be in the afternoon slot. Yes. The afternoon slot.
The late game.
All right. Next, we have a matchup that in the beginning of the season, when the schedule first dropped, we're like, man, this is going to be the battle of the first seed. Winner of this game gets the first seed in the NFC. What game can I possibly be talking about? We have the San Francisco 49ers hosting the Detroit Lions. Niners are 6-9. Lions are 13-2. Niners coming off a loss against Miami, just breaking any sort of hope that they had at the playoffs. I mean, I guess their playoff hopes died before they even played. And then the Lions coming off a win against the Bears. Do we even have to do a review on this one, man?
Oh, Santa Clara.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, I got the wrong game. Shoot. Wait, no, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
I'm tripping out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
These. Okay, since we're doing games on Wednesday, my dates kind of got backed up. I'm like, okay, so we're having a game on the 25th and then the 30th in the same week. That's a little weird. That's my fault.
We have games Wednesday, Thursday.
Every day except for Friday.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what kind of threw me off.
Okay, so all right. So we got Santa Clara at Detroit.
It's in Santa Clara.
Oh, it's in Santa Clara.
That's Monday Night Football.
Okay. Oh, it's Monday Night Football. Good gosh, man.
Yeah,
Two Monday Night Football back-to-back blowouts. Okay, because the Saints dropped the goose egg. But you know what? I'm going to say the 49ers are going to do better than the Saints did against the Packers.
Wow.
Maybe that needs to be the bar right there. That needs to be the Mason-Dixon line for the Santa Clara 49ers, man.
Instead of 0, they score 3. Or instead of 0, they score 7.
Well, how about this? I don't think the Detroit Lions can do to the Niners what the Packers did to the Saints.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't. Do you think they'll do that? It was what 34-0.
Okay.
I don't think they'll do that. I think that should be the bet, actually.
You know, the Detroit Lions go by something that Cobra Kai goes by.
Ooh.
They show no mercy.
Damn, they ripped their sleeves off.
So when it's a blowout, I mean, it's a blowout. I mean, they don't take the foot off of the gas pedal, no matter if it's 45-0 at the start of the fourth quarter. They keep pressing it. You know, they might even press it harder. I really don't even know what they do, what Dan Campbell does, but just give me the Lions, man. Can it be a decent game? Sure. Yeah, I sure can. Niners are banged. They've been banged up all year. The Madden curse is real. All right. Christian McCaffrey hasn't really even stepped on the field. There's a lot of issues over there in Santa Clara that hopefully are fixed in the offseason, which now they got to focus on the offseason because that's all they're going to be focusing on now. But yeah, give me the Lions. It's at least 2 possessions.
Was McCaffrey on the Madden cover?
He was on the Madden cover.
Oh, wow, man. Have you guys not learned your lesson yet? When your name gets called, you say Charles. Heck no, I don't want any part of that. As a matter of fact, you refer Okay, you refer the person on your team that you think is the weakest link that's going to hurt you that season.
Wow.
That's who you refer there. Okay, or from a rival
That's
team,
something else.
or from a rival team. All right, but yeah, man, you don't get on that cover. Come on, man, just play the game, but stay away from that cover. Look. Yeah, Detroit, they're always like boom, gun ho, man. 4th down, we go for it. Oh, it's on our side of the field. 4th down, 4th and 6, doesn't matter. We're going for
We're
it.
up by 30 points. We're going for it.
Gosh, man, I'll tell you, man. Though that team's going somewhere this year, man. Damn, that team is going somewhere. But still, they're not going to do to the Niners what the Packers did to the Saints. 34-0. I'm just talking about the. Will the Niners score? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
They'll
Yes.
score.
But will they lose by 34? No. Okay. I think the Lions will blow them out. 3-possession game, but no, they're not going to blow them out that bad.
It's a more respectable one. It's not like it's not like it's not a disrespectful blowout. It's like just kind of it's barely a blowout. That's what you're trying to say here. It's gonna be barely a blowout.
It's gonna be right on that borderline of whether it's a blowout or not.
All right. Well, I'm hoping that it's actually a decent game.
So am I, man. It's Monday Night Football. Good gosh, come on.
Come on, we used to look at Thursday night football games as the bad ones. Now it's Monday night. It's like what's going on here? All right. Next, we have the Chargers walking in to Foxborough to play the Patriots. The Chargers are 9-6 coming off a win against the Broncos. Patriots 3-12 coming off a loss against Buffalo. And the Patriots, let me say this. The Patriots like self-sabotaged themselves. They were very close in that game. They kept it close the entire time. And it was just mistakes. They lost off of their own mistakes. Now, granted, Buffalo's obviously a really good team. I'd say the best in the AFC, but the mistakes cost the Patriots that game.
Hey, man, I thought they were going to win.
It looked like they were.
I was so surprised. I was like, whoa, here you got one of the worst teams in the AFC, in the NFL altogether, the Patriots, going up against the best team in the AFC, maybe the NFL altogether. Dog, they were right there. I was like, whoa, am I seeing this right? And they lost. They lost, which it doesn't hurt me any, but I was just surprised. I was like, wow, man, they were putting up a really good fight. Okay, so we got the Patriots. They're going in, or you got the Chargers going to
Foxborough.
You got the Chargers going into Foxborough. Oh, that's the only thing they really need to worry about. The Patriots, if they had any great game left in them, it was last week. That was it. Whatever greatness they had left in them, it was spent. It was spent against their division rival, who is one of the best teams in all of the NFL. That's where they spent it. And now they got nothing left. So as long as the Southern California boys, the Chargers, can weather the storm, can weather the cold, yeah, they're going to come out with the victory, man, by 2 possessions.
All the Chargers need to do to win this game is wear their gloves and put on 2 pairs of socks, man. That's all they really need. They're the better team. They should be able to get this win. The weather's going to be a little bit of a factor, but, I mean, you got to win this game, Chargers. I almost said San Diego. You got to win this game, Chargers. Your playoff hopes are you're still fighting for a playoff spot. I know it's more unlikely that you don't get into the playoffs, but, you're still fighting for something there. So I got the Chargers as well.
Hey, real quick, man, Thursday Night Football, how was the atmosphere there?
Okay. See, I can't compare it because that's the one Charger game I've been to where the Steelers weren't playing.
Okay.
So the atmosphere was actually pretty good.
Okay.
It was. I'm not going to say it was the best atmosphere I've been in. No disrespect. But it was pretty nice. It was pretty cool. And it was pretty cool to be there.
Best atmosphere was in Carson,
California.
Oh,
no, it was a Charger game. It was a Charger game. Don't get me wrong. It was a Charger game. The best atmosphere I've been to was a Charger game. So take it however you want to take it, Charger fans.
Steelers go into Carson before they built SoFi Stadium. Small little soccer field. It was, wow. Wow, man, the best, the best. And I've been to Pittsburgh twice. That was the best atmosphere, though.
All right, so we all got Chargers on that one. That was pretty easy. All right, now Christmas Day. We got the Steelers hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. Steelers 10-5 coming off of a loss against Baltimore. Chiefs 14-1 coming off a win against Houston. Okay, we have a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do.
I'm not getting. Let's do it.
Yeah, so let me get to everything we got to talk about. I was a pretty good boy this year, and Santa brought me this.
Wow.
Number 36, the bus, right? See? Good stuff.
One of the
Pays
best
off.
running backs in Steeler history. One of the best.
Yeah, man. We don't got that now, but hey, we still got a pretty good, decent running core, right? Okay. Son of a gun. Look, when defense shows up and plays good football for you, offense, you got to capitalize. You got to do something, man. All right. There's only one good thing that I could take away from this, and that's not really as a Steeler fan. It's just kind of as an NFL fan, and that is this keeps that rivalry going.
Yeah,
that is it. This keeps that rivalry going, because in reality, the Steelers were starting to kind of run away a little bit. Is it still a rivalry, still hard hitting football, but it seems like the Steelers always get the better of them. Okay, so just as an NFL fan in total, it keeps that rivalry going. Okay, Steelers, good gosh, man, the offense. What the heck are you doing? I don't understand some of these play calls. They're ridiculous. And then with the yards that you need, it makes zero sense.
There was a screen pass to Calvin Austin on 3rd and 11. You got a screen pass at the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 11.
What the heck are you doing? I don't like what. I get it. Okay, so no, shoot, man. His name.
Calvin Austin's a speedster.
First of all, Calvin Austin, I like Calvin Austin. Okay, I like Calvin Austin. Dang it.
You got it, Calvin Austin.
No, not Calvin Austin, man. He's hurt.
Pickens.
George Pickens. Son of a gun. George Pickens. I get it. George Pickens isn't out there. All right. But that does not mean that you have to call these ridiculous plays when you have some yards to make up. Because it's so ridiculous. And then, Joey Porter Jr. going out for a little bit, that was a little bit scary. I didn't like that. But he got back into the game. Minkah Fitzpatrick, when he needed to show up, he showed up. He picked it off, baby. And then the offense gets out there. And what do? They throw an interception. They turn it right back.
I've never seen an interception backfire on the team that got the interception.
I was at a Steelers bar, right? And it was so at that point right there, because we were losing at that point, right? I think we were down by one possession or something like that.
Yeah, you're still in the game.
Still in the game. That interception happened because the Ravens were getting close to getting into the end zone. Minkah Fitzpatrick, bam, boom, place lights up. All right, good. We're in this. Just for the offense to get back in there and turn it back over. All right, go for it, man. I've ran.
Not only that, it was a pick six. And like I said, Marlon Humphrey, I didn't really appreciate that shout out.
We don't need you shouting us out, man.
Yeah, no. But, it was a tough loss. They got outplayed the past 2 weeks. You could say George Pickens hasn't been out there, whatever. Steelers have plenty of other wide receivers on the roster.
Yeah, you can't play like this. You can't just lay it all down on one player.
And that's the problem that's been happening. You still have Mike Williams, which, have you really even utilized Mike Williams? You could use him for the deep balls. I know you're using Calvin Austin for the deep balls. He's 5'8". He's 5'8". He's not a big dude, at least for not a football player, you know. Not to say that Calvin Austin isn't a good receiver. I think he's a really good receiver. But, you know, I don't feel like they're using the pieces right without George Pickens being out there. I mean, I guess we know his value now more than we knew before he got injured, I guess you could say.
He's 5'8".
I think so, yeah. I think he's 5'9". 5'8" or 5'9".
Holy smokes. I did not know that. It doesn't even matter if he's 5'9". I mean, good gosh, man. Give this guy some more credit than for what he's doing out there. Because he's going up there against guys that are like 6'2".
Yeah, he's 5'9", 5'9".
Holy smokes, I didn't know that. Calvin Austin, my guy, my dog, man. He's going out there against dudes that are like 6'1", 6'2". What the heck? How they getting the ball to him? Wow. Okay. You know what? Calvin Austin, that's my guy right there, man. Shout out to Jaylen Warren too, man. He's doing a good job. But just some of the play calling is way off. I get it. Sometimes you got to take some risks, but you can't be stupid with the ball either, man. You can't be turning the ball over.
Russell Wilson turned the ball over in very key and crucial moments. And like I said in the video I made on Saturday after the game, I made it right after the game. Actually, I don't even do that. I usually wait a day or so.
You just couldn't hold it in.
I couldn't.
You just couldn't hold it in your emotions.
I couldn't. Yeah, I mean, we got Russell Wilson for these big time games, especially tomorrow as well. That's a big time game. I mean, we're in playoff football now.
Yes.
We're in playoff football.
Yeah.
Do we have a playoff spot? Absolutely, we do. Okay. So he's got a divisional win. You want a home game? You want to at least host one? You got to win out. This is playoff football now from here to the rest of the season, from here to the Super Bowl. All right? Russ, you got to be on your A game. You're the veteran here, man. You're the veteran here. This is why the Steelers got you, because you're a veteran, because you've played in these type of games, in Super Bowls, won a Super Bowl. Even if people want to say that you're not the reason why you won the Super Bowl, you still did it.
I dropped a video not too long ago so we could be camping on Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm actually starting to think he was onto something, man.
We'll see.
I'm actually thinking, are the Ravens going to lose out? I don't think so.
No. Well,
who do they got coming up? They got the Giants coming up.
No, they got the Texans.
They got the Texans coming.
You know what? They might lose that one, but you know what? You don't want to be relying on another team to be losing for you to clinch the division. That is not how you want to win a division.
No, you're right. But I'll tell you guys this: if I were not a Steeler fan, and I had to bet who wins the next two games, the Ravens or the Steelers, I put my money on the Ravens.
Yeah. All right. So
look, I
man,
don't like saying that, but
no, I get you.
I
would do the same.
Yeah.
So Steelers at the Chiefs tomorrow. My goodness.
I picked my Steelers because I'm a Steeler fan, but honestly, if I weren't a Steeler fan, I'd be picking Chiefs.
What are the chances of a Christmas miracle tomorrow?
It can happen, man.
I mean, you want to talk about a storyline. You want to talk about a storyline. Who's picking the Steelers to win this game? Because honestly, I don't really believe it too much. But you know what? The reason why I believe is because I believe in Christmas miracles.
Yes.
That is why I'm picking the Steelers, because I just believe in Christmas miracles. And, I mean, what better way to cap off Christmas than for that? I guess it's 10 o'clock in the morning. But, we celebrate from the 24th to the 25th anyway, so.
Yes. So I wrote to Santa that's all I want for Christmas. I think Mom, have I been a good boy this year?
Yeah, people.
That's my mom. She said I have. So I deserve this. I've earned this one on Christmas Day. Okay? So if it doesn't happen, then don't talk to me about miracles ever again. And give up on hope in life. Everybody. Everybody give up on hope. Give up on dreams. Because there's no miracles.
This miracle is much more than just for Steelers fans. This miracle is for the rest of America and for the rest of the world to still have some hope in society. All right? This isn't just about us. It's about everybody watching. It's about, everybody walking around. The person you see walking on the sidewalk, it's about everybody. not just about Steeler Nation.
It's
All
about
right.
holding hands around the world in kumbaya.
What are we even talking about anymore, man? But you know what? Hey, Steelers are gonna be close to full strength, so that is nice. Pickens will be in. All right. They do get Larry Ogunjobi back. They do get I do believe Dante Jackson might be back as well. Deshaun Elliott. Those three have been missing on defense, and we have seen that. You know, that's been a big impact. 3 key players on defense that are potentially going to be back for tomorrow's game. So we'll see. I mean, the Steelers are going to be close to full strength. It should be interesting, man. It should be interesting how they're going to play.
It's gonna be cold out there.
Let's hope so.
Let's do it. All right, man. Hey, Merry Christmas to all you guys, man.
Merry Christmas,
and
everybody.
to all a good night. Go Steelers.
Go Steelers.
Booyah.